live on YouTube right now, but we're just going to keep this open. Is this Stanford still?
New pitcher? Who? Luke Ard. Okay. Whoa.
We're live.
Luke Ard is the new pitcher coming in the 9th inning for the Ohio Bison. The Bison trailing the Joes 6-5. Luke Ard coming into the game from Valdosta, Georgia, plays his college ball for Division II Valdosta State. Transferred there from Tallahassee State Community College. He's pitched against the Joes before, and now he's looking to just keep his team in this one.
Yeah, we apologize for all the technical difficulties. We were live on Twitter for, 2 innings or so. But we're back, connected to the hotspot. Don't know how long it'll last, but we'll make sure that for upcoming road games we will have connection. And, this is the first time this season where we've had issues, technical difficulties. That's where the connection's been really rough today.
So we'll try to keep you here on YouTube through this 9th inning. If it cuts out, our Twitter stream is still open. And chasing after this one at first is Kenyon McWilliams, and he's not able to make the play in foul territory. Evan Ulrich is the batter.
So, last time we met, for everybody watching, Joes were able to get a run in the 8th, and then the Bison scored 4 in the bottom of the 8th to make this a 6-5 game.
Sorry, that was Clark over there at first. Kenyon McWilliams was injured in the last inning. Clark coming over there from first. Ard delivers this one in the dirt. Ball 1.
So then Breeden came in the bottom of the 8th he was just pitching his second inning of work, and then gave up 3 runs with 2 outs. The other one was with no outs. So that's how the game is 6-5. It really looked like the Joes were breezing their way to an easy victory, but the Bison have stormed all the way back. But they still trail by a run, trying to snap their 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, the Joes just got to come alive one final time. The pitch to Ulrich, flown out, foul territory on the right side. Ulrich will throw his bat in disgust as Clark makes the catch.
So Chase Hopewell came in and shut the door in the 8th inning to stop the bleeding. He got Nate Rush to ground out to shortstop. Luke Arnold made a really nice play. But the Joes looking for some insurance as we are in the top of the 9th inning.
Garrett Staten comes to the plate. 1 for 3 today. Reach base on a fielder's choice. Reach base on a single. Came all the way around the score. Struck out back in the 3rd. He takes a first pitch up high for ball 1. Second one on the way. And Staten mistimed it. Swings and misses for strike.
Looks like the Richmond Jazz are going to sweep the Ohio Marlins. They lead by 3 runs in the 5th inning. They played a doubleheader today.
It is really packed up in the GLSCL standings right now. This is a crucial game. That pitch was in the dirt to Staten, so the count is 2-1. Yeah, the top 4 teams are separated by a game and a half, and that can all shake up after tonight. The 2-1 from Ard, a check swing there from Ulrich, or Staten rather. And it just rolls foul a couple feet to the left of the plate.
With the win, the Joes hop to 2nd place, a half game out behind this team, but with the loss, they probably are going to drop down to 4th place if the Richmond Jazz hold on to win.
The pitch from Art is inside. The count works full to Ulrich. The pitch is on the way. And Staten gets rung up, strike 3.
That was a bad call. That looked like it was high and out. Staten, not a big fan of it, but he strikes out, now top of the order.
Logan Castleman comes up with 2 outs. The 2-out rallies have been the theme as both teams have scored the majority of their runs on those across 2 innings. For the Joes, it was in the 5th. For the Bison, it was in the 8th. Logan Castleman gets the first pitch. He swings at it. Sails this one out to right. Getting under it and making the catch is Galen Rutledge, and that's the 3rd out of the inning. So the Joes have a 1-run lead. Chase Hopewell will return to the mound, and we'll see if they can hold on. Crucial moments ahead. 6-5 our score here from Newark. Stay with us for the bottom of the ninth.
Care for the recently departed. We serve those who held them most dearly. Our families have known since 1935 that they can count on our honest and respectful staff to provide only the highest level of service. The kind of service that you can't get just anywhere these days. We invite you to explore our site to learn more about Brown Dawson Flick Funeral Home at browndawsonflick.com, a proud sponsor of your Hamilton Joes.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for quick
The bottom of the ninth is on the way. Chase Hopewell retakes the mound for the Joes. They're leading the Ohio Bison 6-5. They led 6-1 going into the bottom of the 8th. And a 2-out rally from the Bison and a run with no outs meant that this lead was cut to 1 run.
What's up with the 8th inning and the Joes? Sometimes Joes give up a big number to the opposing teams in the 8th.
Yeah, it happened to them against the Jazz, and now it happened to them against the Bison. But luckily for them in this one, the bats have been working, so they're able to cling to a lead. Chase Hopewell's got a chance to slam the door here.
It's top of the order for
Tyler
the
Horvath.
Bison.
Yeah, Tyler Horvath at the top of the order is the batter. First pitch from Hopewell. And squaring to bunt is Horvath, but he just looks at this one on the outside corner.
Horvath struggled today. He's 0 for 4. Callahan, who's on deck, is 3 for 4, though, with 2 doubles and a single.
Callahan has been the guy for the Bison today. From the windup, the high leg kick. The pitch, swing, and a miss. Horvath is down 0-2. Hopewell was getting scouted back at Foundation Field a little over a week ago by some D1 talent after he entered the transfer portal from Division II University of Findlay, and he's got some offers to his name now. Still deciding, though. 0-2 pitch up high. But Chase has been just fantastic for the Joes this season. He's kind of been the closer, but also he has started a couple of games just to show off his talent. The 1-2. Just off the outside part of the plate. 2-2.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Hopewell was supposed to pitch tomorrow, actually start.
Yeah, I was going to say, probably the coaching staff didn't love having to bring him in here, but, it happens sometimes. You got to bring guys in if you want to slam the door. Zach Breeden was having his struggles, so now Chase Hopewell needs to have his back here. The 2-2 from Hopewell. And it's a chopper right back to him. And a bad throw over there to first, and it makes Banjoff jump up and make the catch, but he couldn't get back down on the base in time. So Hopewell botches the put out, and that's an E1. And so Tyler Horvat is in there on first base, no out for the Joes, and that brings in Ryan Callahan, who has been red hot today.
Yeah, that was a tough play as, Hopewell had to field it, and once he fielded it and was about to throw, he's near the first base line, so he had to kind of throw it over the top over Horvat, who was running down first base, and it sailed high, and Banjoff couldn't get his foot down in time. So now Horvat's on first base. He represents the tying run here in the bottom of the ninth.
Ryan Callahan is the batter. Horvat is leaning over there at first, but he's not going to go. Squaring to bunt there is Callahan, but he couldn't get the bunt down, but the pitch went through the legs of Ulrich. So Horvat advances to second. Now the tying run is in scoring position with nobody out. Costly mistake there from Evan Ulrich, but the Joes still with time here. There's nobody out, but the tying run has not come through. It's in scoring position at second.
It's just the man you want up to the plate if you're the Bison. 3 for 4 on the day.
Callahan digs in. 1-0 is the count after that last pitch missed low. Scored it through the legs of Evan Ulrich. Hopewell gets his pitch and takes a look back to second. Now he fires home. And that's a good one on the outside corner. Strike one.
Meat of the order here for the Bison. 2, 3, 4 hitters. Nick Clark batting .319 on the year, and Nate Stone .395. So tough ask for Hopewell, but he's fully capable of doing it.
He lifts his knee and steps off. Now he comes back onto the mound. Chase has appeared in so many clutch moments for the Joes. Can he get one more? Hopewell looks in. Now back to second. Now back in. He fires. This one in the dirt. Ball 2. 2-1 the count. It's a Ryan Callahan. So the runner taking second eliminates the force there and also eliminates a potential double play ball. So Hopewell needs to pretty much be perfect here. A hit would likely tie the game. Hopewell lifts his knee and now steps back off. There's no one covering second right now. Horvat, couple paces off second. Hopewell looks in and fires. And that's on the inside corner. Strike 2.
Paints the black there in the inner half of the plate.
Chase Hopewell has painted a couple corners on the 2 strikes in this at-bat. Looking to retire Callahan here. 2-2 is the count. Hopewell lasered in on home plate. He comes set. And fires. This one fouled sharply into the Joes dugout. Sammy Sass dodged around it. No one is hit in the dugout, which is a good sign. The count remains at 2-2.
Bison trying to snap their 4-game losing streak. Joe's trying to win their 3rd straight.
They're developing a big cushion at the top of the standings. They've got teams on their heels. They're looking to stay in first. Hopewell looks back. Now at home. This one chopped up the middle to second. Staten fires and gives over to first. That's out number 1, but the runner advances to third. And now Nick Clark comes to the plate.
Let's see if the Bison try to do a squeeze, a safety squeeze or suicide squeeze with Nick Clark up to the plate. He's 1 for 4 on the day. Infield is coming in for the Joes on the grass.
So Clark is a lefty. There's one out in the inning. Hopewell looks in at home plate. The middle infielders are at the grass. The corner infielders are about a step out. First pitch from Hopewell, right down the heart of the plate. Strike one. Hopewell steps back on. And he looks over at third. From the stretch, he fires. This one popped up and back into the stands. The count is 0-2 now.
Big pitch upcoming for Hopewell.
Nick Clark has struck out twice. He's got a single and a ground out to second.
I say you try to go upstairs, try to get Clark to chase around the letters, neck high, around that area.
You've got him behind at 0-2. We'll see what Hopewell does here. He comes set. Takes a long pause and now delivers. This one's up and away. Clark doesn't bite. 1-2.
Hopewell throws a four-seam slider curveball change. A lot of fastballs in this at-bat. Does he go with Uncle Charlie here to freeze up Clark?
Nate Stone's on deck. Hopewell steps off and now comes back on. Leaning over the waist, he now comes set at the belt. The pitch, fouled up left side, out of play. Hopewell gets a ball from Evan Ulrich, and now the count stays at 1-2. Clark has stuck around here.
Nate Stone is on deck. He's 0 for 4, but came into the day with a team best 395 average.
These are the guys you want up for the Bison if you need contact hits. We'll try again at the 1-2. Hopewell shakes his head and now fires. This one low and outside. Ball 2.
It was in the dirt. Ulrich had to scoop it up. Ulrich has to do everything he can to make sure that ball does not get by him.
So Clark is still waiting for his pitch, potentially. Fouled a couple off and taking a pitch. The 2-2. This one fouled off.
Hopewell went with a slider there, tried to get it in on the hands, but Clark was able to foul it off, stay alive.
Clark is very defensive at the plate right now. With 2 strikes on him, he's done a good job fouling some off and just keeping his feet cemented in the batter's box. He won't get pulled out. So Hopewell will put the ball into his right hand. And now laser in on Ulrich at home. Shakes his head yes. He likes the pitch. The 2-2. Breaking ball up high.
I like that spot. Even though it's a ball, the count runs full now, which is not great, but I like that spot. Not many hitters lay off that pitch.
Good job by Clark to stay disciplined at the plate. The count is full. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Joe's leading 6-5 over the Ohio Bison. Hopewell steps off and now gets back. The runner on third is Tyler Horvat, who reached on the error from Chase Hopewell to lead off this inning. The pitch. This one chopped up the middle. Hopewell's going to go home. The play at the plate is not in time. Yeah. Hopewell chucks his glove in frustration. Keegan Burney comes out in protest.
Yeah, and
the runner got over to first, and a run scores to tie the game.
Hopewell needs to control his emotions here. Obviously very frustrated.
So Hopewell made the right decision as there was no hesitation from Tyler Horvat to go home. And Chase tossed it to Evan Ulrich. He got close to apply the tag, but Horvat just barely evaded it, and now we've got a tie game in the ninth. The Bison storm back, as they have so many times over the course of this season. They're in first place, and they've done that just because of their ability to claw their way back in games. A lot of comeback victories for them this year. They tie it. There's a runner on first. That's Nick Clark. And the batter is Nate Stone.
Clark represents the winning run here with 1 out. 5-run cushion for the Joes erased.
The Bison now out hit the Joes 10-8. Hopewell delivers from the stretch. That one in towards the knees for ball 1. The 1-0 to Stone. This one's hit well out to right field. Backtracking is Jackson at the wall. And he doesn't make the catch, but it goes off the top of the wall. And the runners are only able to advance one base because they thought it might be caught by Jackson. My goodness. A fly ball that was about a foot short of getting out of here. But Harry Jackson over there in right almost made the play. Wasn't able to make it, but nonetheless, the game stays alive. And now runners are at first and second.
That's called a loud single. I mean, you can't matter of feet from giving the Bison a win, but instead, first and second, only 1 out.
We thought that one was out. The fans did too. It's got them riled up. First and second. The batter is Johnson. And the first pitch is a ball. Or Thompson, rather, is the batter. He subbed in for the injured first baseman, Canyon McWilliams.
Winning run on second for the Bison.
Gavin Thompson out of Denison University. Swings and misses, goes chasing at this one, the 1-0. So now the count is even at 1 apiece.
Great block by Ulrich, backhanding that one, saving it from going to the backstop and allowing the runners to advance to second and third.
We'll see if Chase Hopewell can control his emotions here. He first thought he got the out at home. First he had the error, then he thought he got maybe the out at home, and then maybe thought that he almost gave up a walk-off home run. But instead, he's still alive. The 1-1 on the way. Thompson fouls this one up out of play. 1-2 the count now. The fans clapping here at Don Edwards Stadium.
Joes were up 6-1 in this game.
Since it has been tied 6-6. The fans loud. The 1-2 from Hopewell. Swing and a miss.
Big pitch from Hopewell, and he screams in excitement after that strikeout. Second out of the inning. Big time there.
So Chase Hopewell is able to retire Gavin Thompson, and now Adam Fallon comes in. 0 for 3 with 2 runs. Adam has walked and reached on an error. Both those times he came around to score. Hopewell looks over at second, now looks back home. And he keeps switching back in between second and home. First pitch is fouled out of play.
Fallon's 0 for 3 today, but he reached on an error in the 7th, came around to score, and then walked in the 8th, and he also came around to score. So he's accounted for 2 of the 6 runs on the board for the Bison.
The count is 0-1. There's 2 outs. First and second. That man on second base is the winning run. The pitch to Adam Fallon is delayed, but now it's on its way. And this one's low. Every pitch is tense here after A couple swings of the bat from the Bison. Tied this game up at 6. The chants begin.
Outfield is kind of in more than their normal depth, so to make sure that a single, they can try to gun it home.
Hopewell looks over at second and now home. The 1-1. High off-speed pitch. Fallon doesn't bite. Hopewell's got to be careful here that he doesn't walk Fallon. Galen Rutledge, who singled in the 8th as part of the hit party, is on deck. The pitch from Hopewell. And that one just misses high. 3 balls, 1 strike here. Three and 1. Hopewell's got no room for error here. Fallon maybe getting a good pitch to hit on this next one. Hopewell delivers. Swing and a miss from Fallon. Great fastball there from Hopewell. And now the count is full.
Hopewell, you just got to go to your pitch that's working best right now. And I think it's his fastball. Just try to blow it by him.
Yeah, we'll see if he goes back to it here.
Hopewell needed to throw a strike that last pitch. He did. And Fallon couldn't catch up. I say you go right back to it. If he hits you, he hits you.
Full count, 2 outs. Winning runs on second. Hopewell looks. Now fires. This one is hit, and it's lined to third. The catch is made. That's Garrett Staten. He saves the game for the Joes, and we will get extra baseball. Not in ideal fashion, but the Joes are somehow still alive here. We head to the 10th. 6-6 our score. The Joes going to try and steal one on the road when we return.
Carefree Heating and Cooling is an AC service in Hamilton, Ohio you can trust. When you are looking for a quick AC repair in Hamilton, Ohio, turn to the professionals at Carefree Heating and Cooling. With a name for completing the work correctly the first time, you can rely on our quality service to get your AC system working like it should. When you need air conditioning fast, call us at 513-268-5164, or you can also contact us online at carefreeheatingandcoolingco.com.
Joe's fans.
Not an ideal fashion. Extra baseballs on the way.
What, this third extra inning game for the Joes this season? Or is it 4? Three, I think.
I think it's 3, yeah.
We just had one last week against Richmond that went 12 innings, and the Joes lost that one. International rules are in effect after the 10th inning. So no one on base to start here at the 10th.
First pitch to Jackson is in there for strike 1.
2, 3, 4 hitters, though, up for the Joes.
Yeah, these are some guys that can provide some offense. Jackson, Becker, Sass. The second pitch to Jackson is on the way, and that one right down the heart of the plate. He watches it go by, strike 2.
Jackson's 1 for 3 today.
The 0-2 from Ard. And able to fight this one off. Jackson chopped foul up the third base side. Here's the wind-up. And the pitch to Jackson. And another one inside. Probably would have been a ball, but Jackson makes the safe play. Foul tip.
Jackson trying to do what he does best. Get on base. Best on base percentage for the team. Best average. Love to see him get on here in the 10th.
The 0-2. And this one is down in the dirt.
Becker's on deck and Sammy Sass will follow. Becker's 2 for 4.
Sass is 2 for 4 as well. Or no, just 1 for 3. Reached base 2 out of his 4 attempts. The 1-2 is also in the dirt to Jackson. He's slowly battling his way back. Count even at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The 2-2, Jackson fights another one off.
Jackson is battling up there. Fighting off anything that's close, watching the balls go by. See if he can win this battle.
The pitch from Ard. This one's low and in. Wow, Harry Jackson works the count full. Now let's see what Luke Ard does. From the windup, the payoff pitch. Lifted up, first base side. Tracking over is Clark, and he's just not able to get it.
Yeah, he lost where he was at on the field. It stayed in play off the fence, and he just didn't know where he was at.
Yeah, the ball kind of clipped off the top of the fence. Clark would have been able to make the play if he knew where it was, but just lost it up in the night sky. The payoff. This one's up and in.
What an at-bat from Harry Jackson. You come to the plate. Your team just blew a 5-run lead. You come to the plate in the top of the 10th. You're down in the count 0-2. Then you work 4 straight balls after fighting off a couple. And now he's aboard on first base. Has a lot of speed over there. Has already stolen, twice today for the Joes? And now you have Cole Becker, who's swinging a hot bat right now with 2 singles on the day up to the plate.
So Cole will dig in. The Joes get a leadoff base runner.
No one is warming up in the Joes' pen, so Hopewell's probably going to come out for the bottom of the 10th. And Becker's scoring a bunt.
Now he pulls back after the third baseman charges in. He takes the first pitch at the feet for ball 1. Chase Hopewell's got that versatility. He's been a reliever closer for the Joes, but he's also started. He can go deep in games if you want him to. Certainly got the stamina to go as far as the Joes need him tonight. And that one falls in the inside corner for strike 1. Keegan Burney gives the sign at third. Cole Becker signs in at the plate. Jackson leaning, and now Ard's going to throw over to first. One pitch. Becker gets some cheers from the dugout. Runner goes. It's a bunt laid down. It's a good one. The throw is in time over to first, but Harry Jackson advances.
Yeah, Jackson was actually stealing there, so a gutsy bunt there from Becker, because if that bunt was up in the air for a second or two later, the Joes would have been doubled up.
And so Jackson advances. Cole Becker does his job as he waits over at first base. I'm not sure what he's waiting on.
I don't know if they're maybe chatting about the first baseman maybe coming off the bag or whoever was over there and ask for an appeal, but I don't think there's going to be an appeal at all.
Yeah, Becker was staying over at first, but I didn't think there was going to be much of a difference of decision. And a Bison coach will come out and have a conversation with the umpires. We're all good now.
Yeah, I don't know what that was all about.
So Becker's out at first. There's one away in the inning. That pushes Harry Jackson to scoring position, and Sammy Sass comes to the plate.
This is the guy you want to bat for the Joes.
He packs some serious punch. He's got the compact stance in the righty batter's box. One for three, yep. First pitch. Sass pops it up and out of play. Sass hit a home run in Florence. He's hit countless in batting practice.
Got a good feeling about this at bat here.
He's hit many for Wright State this year. You can see where I'm getting at. The 0-1 pitch is low to Sass, so the count even at 1 ball, 1 strike.
Sass has 12 homers at Wright State.
And 60 RBI. What a season he had for the Raiders, trying to do the same for the Joes. The count is 1-1. The pitch, and it was a good one to hit, but Sass just got it off the top of his bat into the fence behind home plate, so now 1-2 the count.
Victor Valderrama on deck for the Joes.
Victor is 0 for 3. Reached on a hit by pitch and came around to score. Joes need a hit here. The 1-2 to Sass is on its way. Sass drives this one way out to center, but Horvat's going to be able to get there and make the catch. Harry Jackson's going to make the risky tag. The throw, and it is a good one over at third. And Harry Jackson is tagged out.
That was quite a throw.
And so the Bison fired up. That one was a great throw from Tyler Horvat, and Jackson was not even in close to time. And the Joes are really going to need a momentum shift as they head to the bottom of the inning. The Bison are rolling. They look to walk it off. We head to the bottom of the 10th when we return.
Chatterbox Sports is your home for high school sports all across Butler County. For live events, exclusive interviews, podcasts, photos, and more, visit chatterboxsports.com. Also follow them on Twitter and Instagram at CBoxSports.
For over 130 years, Coca-Cola has been guided by a spirit of creativity, innovation, collaboration, and love of community. The next time you come to Foundation Field to watch a Hamilton Joes game, do yourself a favor and get yourself an ice-cold Coke. Coca-Cola, proud sponsor of the Hamilton Joes.
Are you switching or looking for a new bank? First Financial Bank is the perfect fit because they put you first. Their 3 goals is to stay flexible to serve your needs, invest in the community financially and personally, and they tailor their services to your needs. First Financial Bank. When it comes to managing your money, they make it easy, fast, and secure.
Come curious and leave inspired. The Fitton Center for Creative Arts isn't just a building, it's an experience. We are a nonprofit community arts organization that has been a part of the Hamilton community for over 20 years. Visit us soon to see what we have to offer. Learn something new in one of our art classes or workshops that are open to students of all ages. Be enthralled by extraordinary musicians, actors, and dancers at one of our live performances. Stroll through our remarkable art galleries or reserve one of our diverse venues for your special event. Become a part of the Fitton Center and redefine the way you experience the arts in Hamilton.
Kettering Health Hamilton at Fort Hamilton Hospital, founded in 1929, is dedicated to providing Butler County with community-focused health care. With skilled specialists and cutting-edge technology, they feature advanced wound care, emergency care with a Level 3 trauma center, heart and vascular care, maternity care, and orthopedics and joint replacement. Visit them at 630 Eaton Avenue in Hamilton or give them a call at 513-867-2000 for all of your healthcare needs. So we thought it would be Chase Hopewell, but instead the Joes are going to try to find some stability with a new pitcher, Casey Grimm, at a Wright State Lake. In this 10th inning for the Joes. Galen Rutledge is the first batter. Casey Grimm just making his second appearance out of the pen. It's a big one. The first pitch to Rutledge is high for ball 1. The last inning was ended after Tyler Horvat made the catch in center and gunned down Harry Jackson attempting to tag to third. Rutledge fouls this one off. 1-1. From the windup, Grimm gives. This one hangs. Chopper to short. Luke Arnold fields and fires Rutledge tripped over something near home plate, so he never had a chance to make his way down the pace path. Yeah, I looked up, and all I saw was Evan Ulrich over there on the baseline. So a nice quick out for Casey Grimm. He gets a fortunate break as Rutledge tripped, and now Mitchell Smith comes in. Smith with a double and a single tonight. First pitch from Grimm. That one goes by outside, ball one. The Bison had this place rocking in the bottom half and top half of the last innings. Pitch in there from Grimm is in there for a strike. They are now silent as the tension builds in the bottom of the 10th. The umpire says some words over to the Bison dugout.
I think they gave the Bison dugout a warning. He said it was something about having a hard time calling balls and strikes. Well, his job's to call balls and strikes. The game can get intense, and chatter is allowed. It should be allowed, but some umpires don't like it for some reason.
He steps back in, and we'll get the go-ahead to continue. The 1-1 from Grimm. Breaking ball, and that one dives into the turf. 2-1 the count. The Joes bullpen is rowdy. 2-1, swing and a miss. 2-2 now. That Joes bullpen out there in right is screaming at the top of their lungs. Cheering on their man Casey Grimm on the mound. Big moment here, 2-2, 1 out in the 10th. From the wind-up, the kick. Grimm deals inside. The count is full. The pitch from Grimm. And this one is hit high in the air. Harry Jackson will come over and make the catch. 2 outs in the inning.
Now the 9-hitter Nate Rush up to the plate. 1 for 3 on the day is Rush.
He had a single back in the 6th. A walk in the 7th. Nate Rush batting 125 this year. Trying to extend the 10th for the Bison. Batting from the lefty box. Casey Grimm eyes him at home. The pitch. In there. Strike 1.
Rush is 1 for 6 against Joe's pitching this year.
The 0-1 trying to get Rush to chase. He does not. Outside, 1-1.
We were talking to Grimm actually before the game. Last time he played here, he played for the Steam, and they lost in the playoffs at this very ballpark.
Looking for a change of fate. Swing and a miss from Rush. Good breaking ball there from Casey Grimm.
Casey probably didn't think he would be pitching today, but you just got to focus on this game, not next week's games or tomorrow's game. Try to get the win here tonight.
Coming out of the bullpen, you got to be ready for anything. 1-2 with 2 outs. Grimm takes a long pause and now deals. And that one is called strike 3. So Nate Rush looks at that one, and that'll end things here in the 10th.
Now international rules will be in effect. A runner will start on second base. That's going to be Sammy Sass for the Joes when we come back.
Is your heart pounding yet? Mine sure is up in the booth. We head to the 11th inning of play. We'll see if it's decisive or not when we return. You're listening to Joe's Baseball on YouTube.
4-Star Mechanical is your one-stop shop for all things heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration. With over 100 combined years of industry-specific experience, they're equipped with the design and job site knowledge to complete every project from concept to routine maintenance. Call them at 513-737-1008. If you're looking for an industry leader in all things related to windows and doors, look no further than L.E. Schofield Window and Door Co. With over 7 decades of experience in providing window and door repair and replacement services, as well as glass, screens, and other products, you can count on them to get the job done right the first time around. Call them today at 513-863-8932.
From Luke to Jude, the second Ard brother comes into the game as we begin things in the top of the 11th. Joes and Bison tied up at 6 apiece. Sammy Sass will start on second base. International rules will apply here in the 11th inning. And if we should get to a 12th, international rules would also apply there. If the game goes past 12 innings, it will result in a tie.
Victor Valderrama to lead things off. Hitless on the day, 0 for 3. Wonder if he'll maybe square to bunt and try to advance Sass over to third base.
Victor Valderrama batting from the righty box. Judard looks over at second, now fires home. Just what you said. This is a great bunt, but a great play over there at third from Gavin Thompson. Guns down Victor Valderrama. Runner advances to third.
It's a great bunt put down from Victor there on the third base line. But the third baseman, Clark, made a nice play to field it cleanly and get Valderrama out. So 1 out now, and Luke Arnold just has to hit one deep into the outfield, preferably not to Horvat in center field, and actually he's going to be intentionally walked.
So that'll bring up Leighton Banjoff.
And I think that's totally fine. Like, obviously you would love to see Luke Arnold up to the plate, but you would also love to see Leighton Banjoff. I mean,
Leighton has done some crazy things this year for the Joes. He has 2 triples. One of them cleared the bases with them loaded way back in one of his first couple of games as a Joe. Leighton out of Nebraska. He's certainly played in huge games. Played in the regional this year in Fayetteville. He awaits the first pitch from Ard.
1 for 4 today.
He's due. The pitch up near the face. Chin music there. He leans out, and it misses him.
Last time Judard pitched against the Joes, he went 3 innings, gave up 4 earned runs, 5 hits.
Ard lasers in on home. Now looks over at first and comes set from the stretch. The pitch, and that one misses down and in.
Evan Ulrich on deck for the Joes. He is 1 for 3 on the day as well.
That was a good job behind the plate by Mitchell Smith to snag that one kind of on an awkward backhand grip. If this one gets by, it could score Sammy Sass and give the Joes the lead. The count is 2-0 to Leighton.
Come on.
The pitch is up high. Watch out. Mitchell Smith is able to get it, but the count is 3-0 to Leighton Banjoff. Evan Ulrich is the batter for the Joes that is on deck. Ulrich's got a hit today. The 3-0 pitch. And that one misses outside. Banjoff with a 4-pitch walk, and the bases are loaded.
All right, if you're Ulrich here, obviously you'd love to get a hit, but I would wait for a strike to go by after that 4-pitch walk from Jude, because Jude has nowhere to put a runner anymore.
Yeah, with the bases loaded. Sammy Sass, who started the inning on second, is at third. Luke Arnold, who was intentionally walked, is on second. Leighton Banjoff was 4-pitch walked. He's on first. Evan Ulrich, 1 for 3. The first pitch. Good one. Fastball outside corner in there for strike 1.
Ground ball could end things here in the top of the 11th. Middle infield in double play depth. Corners are in.
Ulrich has hit into one of those already today. Looking to not do that here. 0-1 pitch. And that's a nice curveball. Just misses outside. That one was close, but Judard doesn't get the call. The count is 1-1.
Evan was the number 1 player in the state of Ohio at catcher.
And that is a fantastic breaking ball, but that one missed low.
Man, I honestly don't know where that one missed. I thought that was right down the middle.
I thought it was down the plate too, but I lost it when it went in front of the umpire, so I wasn't able to see exactly where that one finished. Anyway, 2-1. Ulrich fouls this one off out of play. So now Evan Ulrich's got 2 strikes on and maybe choke up here and try to poke one out.
Hit one softly in the infield. If you hit one hard to the shortstop or second base, it's probably going to be a double play, but if you hit it softly, you could probably beat it out.
The pitch from Judard. Ulrich reaches out for this one and gets just a tiny piece. That's all it takes. Count stays at 2-2.
Staten's on deck. 1 for 4 on his day.
From the windup, Ard delivers. Another good job by Ulrich to foul this one off. We've seen a lot of Herculean at-bats today from both sides. And Evan Ulrich, no different. The count is 2-2 to Ulrich. The delivery, and that one's just low.
All right.
The count is full. Wow, tense moments here. Full count, bases loaded. 1 out here in the top of the 11th. Judard cannot throw a ball here. The pitch. Ulrich pops this one up right side, and it will get out of play. Ulrich lucky there, as Clark was tracking over from first to go and try and get that one, but it just extended beyond the reaches of the fence.
Is that bat very similar to Harry Jackson's in the top of the 9th, or top of the 10th, when he was down 0-2 and then was able to fight a lot off and ended up walking. But obviously this is a big, big situation here. What an at-bat by Evan Ulrich.
Evan Ulrich, take a bow, young man. He walks, and he will take his time over there to first. A run scores, and the Joes have the lead once more.
You obviously want the run, but you want more, obviously, because the Bison are going to start with a guy on second base, which is a good position to score a run. So if you add to that, you're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, so pretty much in the international rules kind of strategy, you really, I mean, obviously you want to score the runner on second, but you almost feel like you have to, just to really give your team the kind of cushion they need, I guess.
I mean, a run is a run, but like in this scenario.
Yeah, with the runner already in scoring position.
And with the bases
it's just so much more likely, just so much more likely to come across in the bottom of that inning. And unless you can trust your pitcher to, really just retire 3 batters in a row, you really got to push that runner across.
See if Stain will wait for a strike if he'll just go attack mode.
The 1-0 is up high. Now the count's 2-0. Luke Arnold is standing over there at third. He did not get to bat, and now Mitchell Smith will come over and talk to his pitcher. Nate Rush will come in from short, and they're going to have a conversation, try to figure it out here.
Yeah, I think you wait for a strike if you're Staten here.
Yeah, I think you got to with a 2-0 count, especially after 2 straight walks.
Yep.
Evan Ulrich with one of the clutchest at-bats we've seen all year from a Joe. Just stayed alive over and over and over again until he was able to look at ball 4, and because of him, the Joes have the lead. Staten digs back in. He faces a 2-0. We'll see if he sits on it here or if he's going to swing the bat. The pitch, he goes swinging, chop third base side. They get 1, but the throw is offline, and now the runner comes home. The throw is in time, and that'll end the inning.
That's fine. I mean, obviously you would love to score that run. Gutsy base running from Banjoff there, but the Joes get 2 runs in that inning. So they lead by 2 runs now.
So that play was close at the plate. Leighton Banjoff loves to be aggressive on the pads, but just barely too slow. But 2 runs score for the Joes. It is an 8-6 game. They've got a cushion. Casey Grimm can slam the door in the bottom of the 11th when we return. You're listening to Hamilton Joes Baseball on YouTube. The Joes take the lead in the top of the 11th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Casey Grimm is back on the mound. He's got a chance to shut it down here in Newark. See if the Joes can steal one out of the Bison's hands after blowing a 6-1 lead. They retake it 8-6. Tyler Horvat comes to the plate. He was the tying run back in the 9th inning, the reason we are here. Casey Grimm steps on the rubber. The runner at second is Nate Rush, the shortstop, who ended the last inning. So Grimm will step off here. The first pitch, showing bunt there was Horvat, but he pulled it back. That one was up high, ball 1.
I'd be honestly totally fine with that bunt being placed down because the Joes are leading by 2 runs. They're essentially giving you a free out.
Yeah, that would require the Bison to put together a nice hitting streak there. Horvat showed bunt again, but he didn't reach out far enough across the plate. This one was on the outside corner, and it's in there for strike 1.
I really don't get why they're trying to bunt because the guy from second is going to have to score no matter what if they want to tie this game.
The pitch from Grimm, and it's fouled up and back. We won't see the bunt now. The count is 1-2, and Casey Grimm has a chance to retire the first batter of the inning. The pitch, this one punched out to left. Valderrama will come in. It's shallow. That won't allow Rush to tag. So there's one out, and the runner has to stay on second. Grimm gets his first out. And now Ryan Callahan comes in. 3 for 5 on the day. He's been the hot bat for the Bison. With a runner on second.
The Joes scored those 2 runs in the top of the 11th without a hit.
I think the player of the game right now has to be Evan Ulrich.
Yeah, I guess. Yep.
He represents the walk that brought in the winning run as of right now. First pitch from Grimm is a breaking ball outside. Ulrich tried to sell it in, but it was just 6 inches or so off the plate. The Joes are shifted here, covering second base. The pitch, swing and a miss on the high cheese there. So Garrett Staten is playing more towards second base. They're banking on Callahan not pushing this one out into the right side gap in the infield. The left side of the infield in their normal positions. Callahan's probably licking his lips, eyeing that huge hole on the right side. The pitch, that's right down the plate. Nice pitch there from Casey Grimm, and Callahan decides not to swing. 1-2. Grimm steps back on. He shakes his head on the pitch. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Ryan Callahan is retired on strikes, and Casey Grimm has the Bison down to their final out. Nick Clark comes to the plate. Clark is 1 for 5, has reached base on a single and a fielder's choice, and he represents the final out for the Bison. The first pitch from Grimm, he comes set and delivers. Swing and a miss.
Nate Stone is on deck. You do not want him to come back to the plate because last time he came up to the plate, he hit a ball high and deep to right field off the fence. It would have been a walk-off homer if it left the yard, but he settled for a single.
And the 0-1 pitch is outside. So Nick Clark has got to get on base here in some way, shape, or form. He represents the tying run after the Joes retook the lead in the top of the 11th. Casey Grimm steps back on. Dead silence here at Don Edwards Park. Grimm fires. That one's on the outside corner and just misses outside. Ball 2. That was a good pitch, but Casey Grimm was just a hair off, and Clark didn't bite. The 2-1. And that one's up high. And so now with the count of 3-1, it'll be interesting to see what Clark does here. You're likely going to get a good pitch to hit, but also you could work a walk that would put the tying run on base. The first pitch, and that one on the outside just misses, ball 4. So the tying run is on for the Bison, and Nate Stone comes to the plate. The deceiving in the scorebook single back in the 9th inning. It was probably 2 feet away, just an ounce of energy away from being put over that right field wall and walking this game off. Instead, it went off the top of the wall, came back in play, and the Joes were able to survive, and he only got a single out of it.
If he can put one over here, the game's over.
Yes, he can.
Three-run winner.
The first pitch, right down the plate, in there, strike 1.
Stone has 1 homer on the year. It's 1 for 5 tonight.
Lefty on lefty matchup. Grimm gives the pitch. Swing and a grounder, first base side foul. The Bison are down to their final strike. Casey Grimm gets the ball back. Could this be it?
Nate Stone's 0 for 4 against lefties today. That one hit came off Hopewell. It was a long single.
Grimm from the stretch. Steps back on, gets his pitch and sets. Outside. Waste pitch there, ball 1. Good job at the plate. Stone doesn't bite. He steps back in. The count is 1-2. Grimm eyes second. Now fires home. This one's inside. Called strike 3.
What a beautiful curveball from Casey Grimm.
The Joes steal it on the road. How about that? They had a 6-1 lead. And the Bison battled all the way back. Tied it at 6 in the bottom of the 9th. The Joes thought that maybe they had it lost in the bottom of the 10th. They get the momentum back in the 11th. And in the most improbable fashion possible, the Joes pick up the win on the road. 8-6 is your final over the Ohio Bison.
Bison coach is not even going to shake their hands either. Our coach's hands. They did that. They didn't do that. Or they did not shake our hands after we beat them 16-1, and now they're salty again.
That's a tough way to lose. The Bison's losing streak extends to 5. Their woes continue. And for the Hamilton Joes, this win means they'll have a chance to compete for first place
tomorrow
in the GLSCL South tomorrow at the Cincinnati Steam down at Y'all's Ballpark in Florence. Sam and I will have the call. Sam, this was a wild one from start to finish. We saw back and forth action. We saw drama. We saw words exchanged. Your final thoughts on this one from Newark?
Well, it looked like the Joes were just going to sail to an easy win when they were up 6-1, but then a resilient team like the Bison are, they came back and they fought and clawed their way back. They didn't give many hits, but a couple walks later and errors, and next thing you know, this game is tied. And then Nate Stone, it looked like, had the walk-off winner on the home run that barely just missed the right field fence by a matter of centimeters, inches, whatever you call it. But these games you can just like fold and just go into a hole and just let the game be lost. But the Joes were resilient tonight, and even though they did blow the 5-game lead, they were able to get those 2 runs in the 11th inning and then ultimately win it with Casey Grimm shutting things down.
So we saw it all. We saw technical difficulties as well. Maybe you didn't see it. Hopefully you were able to catch enough of the action. Keegan Burney gets his first win as Joe's acting head coach. Hopefully Tyler Thaman will be back tomorrow. And after everything that has happened, the Joes take it 8-6. It'll be a fun bus ride home back to Hamilton. So until tomorrow from Florence, my name is Luke Westpoli. Alongside Sam Newcomb, we're saying so long. Joes win it in 11.